friends, we come to the end of what has been, I think, under these circumstances, all of us are definitely used to few things. One is sitting in front of screens. Since March, I think that's become a pretty much a normal norm for all of us. But the other thing is, as we also saw, and I think this conference was no exception, is people muting themselves but going on speaking. I think we also had that today as well. But it's a 5-hour, close to 5 hours of a marathon conference that we have had. So I do want to keep my part of this very, very brief. My job is to thank people, and I want to sort of try and see if I can do that as quickly but as comprehensively as possible. First of all, I want to thank all of you, the audience, for joining us. Like I said, it isn't easy being part of this, but I do want to, and I just got this numbers just like a few minutes ago. I had asked my colleagues to give me the chit. We had close to 1,921 registrations, out of which we have had 1,288 logged in just a few minutes ago as I received this piece of paper. I think that's very impressive. I want to congratulate all of you and applaud you for sort of being part of this important dialogue, because oftentimes we think of why we do these things. It's because we want to create and respond and cater to a certain audience who are interested in discussions around foreign policy and external engagement and trade. And I hope you found this useful. I definitely learned a lot through the day, and I hope you did as well. The fact that all of you have stayed this long is a testament to the fact that this has been of some value. So thank you very much. I do want to make one mention, which is personally gratifying to the team and myself, is that of these 1,921 registrations, about 450 of those were people who have attended either Deccan Dialogue 1 or Deccan Dialogue 2. So, Ambassador Rajshekhar Garu, to your point, I think this is a proof that there's an audience in cities like Hyderabad who definitely value something like this, and I'm sure with your support next year we'll make it as an in-person event and continue to sort of grow this further. I want to thank all the speakers. You've thanked the honorable ministers. I sort of will join you in thanking the honorable ministers, but also every speaker. We've had 2 ministers. We've had the past president of CII, the president of FICCI, the president of NASSCOM. We've got former foreign secretary, diplomats. We've got academics, and then media. This is in terms of as well-rounded as any speaker panel can be. This is, I think, we have been able to put together. In these gloomy days of pandemic, there are some bright spots. One of this is that you are able to get speakers fairly easy. Relatively easy. I wouldn't sort of say fairly easy. Relatively easy. It's by no means a statement that it's very easy to get people. Everybody is busy, but I think that's been one advantage. So I want to sort of thank all the speakers for joining us and sharing your insights and ideas. I do want to thank media who've covered us today. The news is already out as we speak because it's a digital world and things are already out there. Today is actually the National Press Day, so I want to offer my compliments to all our friends from the media. For the wonderful work that you continue to do in a democracy as vibrant as ours, and especially for your support to ISB and to Deccan Dialogue. MEA, I think this is only, you see there's 2 logos everywhere, and that's because Deccan Dialogue is incomplete without MEA. It's sort of, this is here because MEA is with us. I think I want to start off with Ambassador Rahul Chabra, the Secretary, Economic Relations MEA, for his support, and as the chief sponsor of this initiative, Ambassador Rajshekhar Garu for, as the head of the States Division, who's just recently come into this office. But, I think one of the first meeting I remember, he said, you guys know what you're doing. So something that's not broken, I don't want to fix it. I think it's so reassuring to work with people like you, sir. So thank you very much. You've been exemplary in your support and very encouraging. I do want to make a special mention of Rajesh Kumar ji in your team for his wonderful work and for all the heavy lifting that he has done. The branch secretariat in Hyderabad, I think, there are MEA's presence in our city. I want to thank Vishnu Reddy, who's just left and in fact has joined a new division in Delhi today. I want to thank him for his support and partnership through the first 2 editions. Ravi Aisola, who was the earlier head of branch secretariat, for laying the foundation for the partnership between MEA and ISB. I want to also thank Telangana government for their support. As Sandeep mentioned, unfortunately, due to a commitment that is beyond his control as well, Honorable Minister KTR Garu couldn't join us today. But I hope, since there's a plan for a Videsh Bhavan in Hyderabad, I hope in the not too distant future, Deccan Dialogue will be actually we will be able to hold the Deccan Dialogue at Videsh Bhavan, and this should be one of those tripartite thing between MEA, Telangana government, and ISB. So that's one of the aspirations. Many people have supported and contributed towards this. Sunny Side Up is our design partner. All the wonderful creatives and everything that you've been doing is thanks to them. I want to thank the team. This is the third year in a row they're supporting us. There are many people at ISB I need to thank. Dean Srivastava for his support. He's been someone who has believed in the fact that ISB should be experimental and unique in terms of trying to create impact. It's not very normal for a business school to focus on diplomacy. Universities do, but a business school probably not as much. But I think he's been providing his support wholeheartedly and with his personal commitment as well. So I want to thank the Dean. I want to thank Professor Milind Sohoni as the Deputy Dean for his continued support, Professor Chandan Chowdhury, Professor Sarang Dev, who spoke today, but also all our faculty colleagues and other colleagues at ISB. Many other people very quickly are, digital world, the first people you have to thank are people from the IT and AV teams, because all of this is running smoothly because, Zoom, they make Zoom work. Let me put it that way. So I think that's one. Our partner, vConflex, for, their support, commercials, finance, operations, horticulture, and so on. We've had 2 tree plantations virtually here, but actually the real plants are already in Hyderabad campus. So if you ever visit the campuses, you can see the 2 plants planted by both the ministers are already there. My colleagues from the marketing communications team, Lakshmi, TAV, Sirisha, Raghu, Mudita, Samuel, and Hema Mani for their sort of support. Lastly, the team that I have the fortune of leading, which is the team which has put together this event. You see Sandeep on screen, Prashant, Sridhar, Naman, Nagraj for their wonderful work. They worked through the Deepavali weekend, but today I'm sure they'll be happy that it was all worth it. So I want to thank all of them. One of the things that we've always maintained, I may have missed out a few, so please pardon me. That's all. That blame is mine. One of the things that we always want to do is to start on time and end on time. So we started at 11 a.m. I think we are just about to hit 4 p.m. and we are ending now. So I think that is something that, because I think the Honorable Minister earlier mentioned about on the indices of indiscipline, we are sort of, world standards of a not so desirable this thing. And he was referring to it in a different context. He said where, in the civil aviation thing. I do think that that's an important thing for us to do. In a large conference like this, there are multiple players. But to all of you again, thank you very much. I hope you all had a good Deepavali festival and in the different ways in which we celebrate the festival today. And to those celebrating New Year, I wish you all a very happy New Year. Thank you very much and look forward to seeing you in 2021. Thank you.